Hello, this is Maite. I'm with Gringo Visas. As you know, Gringo Visas has been doing visas in Ecuador for over 9 years. In Ecuador, you can do different types of visas. Right now, in Ecuador, you can only get a temporary visa for 2 years. After 2 years, you will get a permanent residency visa. And at the end of 5 years, you can apply for citizenship. Only people that are married to Ecuadorian citizens can apply directly into a permanent visa. Or if you have a child that was born in Ecuador, you can qualify for a permanent visa. Otherwise, you will have to start with a 2-year temporary. At the end of 21 months, you will go into a permanent visa. Now, you cannot leave the country for more than 90 days for the first 2 years while you have this temporary visa. And while you have the permanent residency visa, you cannot leave the country for more than 6 months each year. Basically, year number 5, you're free to travel as long as you come back one time every 5 years. And then eventually, when you become a citizen, you get an Ecuadorian passport and you're free to travel. Now, you can do professional visas, which is basically by having a degree for 4 years, a 4-year degree that is in Canada or it's from the US. And you can add dependents. Now, the pension visa, you will have to show $800 a month and an additional $100 a month to add a dependent. Same thing, you will be having a 2-year visa at first, temporary, then a permanent visa that it's gonna be good forever, as long as you do not exceed the allowed time for the next 2 years, which is 6 months. Basically, 3 months out of the country for the first 2 years. In the second, year number 3, year number 4, you cannot leave the country for more than 6 months. Same thing with the investment visa. The investment visa, you can still add a dependent. If you deposit $40,000 and an additional $500, you will add a dependent. However, this visa gives you the freedom of traveling. You are free to travel. It doesn't matter for how long. You are not restricted to 90 days. You can leave the country for as long as you like. Now, keep in mind, only the main applicant benefits. In other words, only the investor benefits from this free travel restriction. If you're looking to have your husband, for example, and yourself, husband and wife want to have the freedom of traveling, they will need to do 2 separate investment visas, $40,000 each. Then you have the freedom of traveling. At the end of 2 years, you can apply into a permanent residency visa. And of course, at that time, you will be restricted to the allowed time, that is 6 months, year number 2, year number 3. However, if you still want to have the freedom of traveling after 2 years, you will go ahead and apply for another temporary visa. Then it gives you the freedom of traveling. That is 2 years of temporary, another 2 years of temporary, free of traveling restrictions. And then at the end of those 4 years, if you want to apply for a permanent and you're okay with being restricted 6 months, you can apply into a permanent residency visa, and then eventually you can apply for citizenship. This is my time. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. My email is listed below, and also you can contact me by phone or WhatsApp. Looking forward to working with you. See you soon.